Hello, it's 4 minutes o'clock on Whole News Nigeria. I am Opeyemi Olubimi. Here are the headlines for today. Trump liable to sexual abuse. Peace talks not possible with Ukraine. Now the news. A Manhattan federal jury has found that former United States President Donald Trump sexually abused writer E. Jean Carroll in a luxury department store dressing room in 1996. The jury subsequently awarded her $5 million for battery and defamation. Carroll had sued Trump, saying she was raped by the former president after she accompanied him into a department store fitting in 1996. Carroll told jurors that Trump's lie that he did not rape her had shattered her life. From afar, Trump repeated his insistence that Carroll's allegation of the 1996 rape is utter fiction, writing on his social media site that the case is a made-up scam and more. Carroll alleged that after raping her, Trump defamed her when he denied her claim and suggested she made up a story to boost sales of a book. Trump denied all wrongdoing. Carroll filed a lawsuit last November under the New York State Adult Survivors Act, a state bill which opened a look-back window for sexual assault allegations like Carroll's with long-expired statutes of limitation. Donald Trump did not attend trial like any defendant in a civil case. He was not required to appear in court for trial or any proceedings and has a right not to testify in his own defense. Carroll left the courthouse after the verdict without speaking to reporters. Trump on his social media site Truth Social called the jury's verdict a total disgrace and said it was continuation of the greatest witch hunt of all time. He insisted that he did not know who Carroll was. Judge Lewis Kaplan dismissed the jury after the verdict and informed them they are now allowed to identify themselves publicly if they choose. Donald Trump's video deposition that was played before the jury at a civil battery and defamation trial has been made public. In the video, Trump confirms that he made the allegedly defamatory statement, denying knowing Carroll, calling allegations that he raped her in a Bergdorf Goodman's dressing room in the mid-1990s a hoax, and saying she's not his type. He also tells Carroll's attorney that she too is not his type. And many times during the deposition, he calls Carroll a series of names, including nut job, a whack job, and mentally sick. In other news, the United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres has revealed that peace negotiations to end the conflict in Ukraine were not possible at this moment. United Nations chief statement came as the leaders of Russia and Ukraine called for victory during events commemorating the end of World War II. Guterres said he hoped it was possible in the future to bring Russia and Ukraine to the negotiating table. Russian President Vladimir Putin said on Tuesday at Moscow's Red Square Victory Day parade that the world was at a turning point and claimed a war had been unleashed against Russia. The day before, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky vowed that Russian forces would be vanquished just as Nazism was defeated. On Tuesday, Guterres received the Carlos V. European Award given to individuals, organizations that have contributed to the enhancement of Europe's cultural and historical values or to the United Union integration. However, diplomats added that despite the circumstances, the United Nations is nevertheless doing all it can to get Kyiv and Moscow to negotiate. He cited the Green Deal, whose future is currently hanging in balance as Russia is refusing to renew its past May 18 as the most important initiative so far.
We also talked about the urgent need to extend and expand the Black Sea Grain Initiative. In recent days, Russia has once again returned to blocking ships from sailing to Ukraine's ports to pick up the grain, a cynical action that directly results in less food getting to global markets and to human beings in Africa, in the Middle East, and around the world who need that food. While we're grateful for the tireless efforts of Secretary General Guterres and our colleagues in Turkey working to break this impasse, the world shouldn't need to remind Moscow every few weeks to stop using people's hunger as a weapon in their war against Ukraine.
According to Guterres, high-ranking representatives are working to arrange a meeting of the parties involved in Istanbul to extend the deal. The official acknowledged that Moscow's objections are justified, adding that while the export of food and fertilizers from the country is not under sanctions, it is effectively being blocked by indirect obstacles that remain. The United Union and the United States were quick to disregard a 12-point peace plan proposed by Beijing on the anniversary of the conflict. Russian President Vladimir Putin welcomed some of the elements of the document, while Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky agreed with some of its points but has maintained the position of not negotiating with Putin's government. And that's it on the news. For more updates, kindly follow us on all social media platforms displayed on the screen. I am Okoyemi Olubemi. Do have a great evening.